Charma, was amazed by how he picked up sandhi. If you know a little bit about Sanskrit grammar, you know sandhi means how the ends of words change and the beginnings of the next words change when those words meet. If you follow what I mean by that. Yeah. The changing of letters at the ends and beginnings of words when those words meet. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta memorized the whole table, and, you know, it's big. It's really big. It's really big. In 3 days. His teacher said, "You should not finish your study of Sandhi so quickly. It took me a long time. In Benares, scholars go through Panini's grammar during their whole life. Whoever continuously studies Panini attains liberation upon dying." Sri Siddhanta Saraswati replied, "Then, from today, I reject you. The goal of my life is neither mastery of grammar nor liberation, but worship of Hari and attaining his affection. I have studied the Vedas, the branches of the Vedas, and their different parts only in a secondary manner." So at that college, he got into a conflict with the head of the astronomy department, who was one of these people, you know, like he was referring to in the introduction we read a bit of. Miscalculations because of not making proper adjustments in terms of the shifting of the planets over cosmic time, plus being influenced by Western approaches. So they got into a heavy clash, and there was a debate, organized and sort of monitored, overseen by the chairman of the whole college. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta devastated him so strongly that the head of the college offered Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, "Would you like to become the head of the astronomy department?" He's still a student. He's only like 18, maybe 19 years old. Following that, fortunately or unfortunately, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta got into a conflict with the chairman, with the head, about certain things they were doing in the school. And in 1895, having been there about 3 years, he felt he had to leave the college, and he left. Which normally would have been like a big embarrassment, like dropping out of this super prestigious institution. Normally it would have been disgraceful. But Srila Bhaktisiddhanta said, "Considering that if I were to remain attentively studying at college, I would be browbeaten to enter family life." Browbeating meaning pressured. But that if I were perceived as a foolish good-for-nothing, then no one would put such an inducement upon me for becoming engaged in worldly advancement. So, considering this, I left the Sanskrit college. And to maintain my life for service to Hari, I sought an honest occupation with a modest income. What many devotees may not be aware of is that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, he left that college in 1895. From then till 1905, he worked. He worked in the government of the Maharaj of Tripura, which was one of the old states in those days, like kind of somewhat independent states. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, he was so expert, he ended up as the overseer of the Tripura government secretariat in Calcutta. But he said the ongoing envy, malice, and sleaze amongst the workers, his co-workers, sleaze. This is like a classic old English word. It means like, just like greasy, semi-liquid muck that might leak out of your toilet or something like that, Sleaze. So seeing these types of moods amongst his co-workers, he more or less pulled out in 1900, and he completely pulled out in 1905. Yeah. In 1897, he started observing Chatumasya. He's working, but obviously maintaining very strictly brahmachari standards. In 1897, he started observing Chatumasya. Once daily before sunset, he would take only rice cooked by himself with just a touch of ghee, no salt, no spices, no vegetables. And he would take it by the method known as go-grasa, means eating like a cow. Means the food is just thrown on the ground itself. And then you sit, lean forward, hands behind your back, and eat with your mouth directly until you sit up again. And once you sit up again, that's it for the day. See you tomorrow. Yeah. So he didn't shave, didn't cut his nails, slept minimally on the bare earth floor, not even the floorboards, but on the earth, without bedding, pillow, or even a straw mat. In January 1900, when he was 25, just before he turned 26, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur requested him to take initiation from Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj. This, of course, is another very well-known pastime. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta said later that he was very happy to do that. And he actually felt that Srila Gaurkishore would also be very happy to accept him, because he's the son of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who is like the Siksha Guru of Gaurkishore Das Babaji, and they know each other well, and Gaurkishore had considerable regard for him. So he thought, yeah, good, let me go and get initiated. So off he went, but Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj just laughed and refused him and said, I once accepted a disciple, but he cheated me and ran away. I'm not accepting anymore. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta begged him, and Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj said, come back in a few days. I will ask Mahaprabhu. If he agrees, you can be initiated. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta came back in 3 days. Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj said, I forgot to ask. Come back in a few more days. Srila Prabhupada explains that Bhaktivinoda Thakur Anyway. Yeah, okay.